All right, welcome everybody. Thank you very much for joining another episode of my show. My name is Shola Jordan Adeoye, and I want to quickly just thank everyone for always being there. All right, as we are waiting for people to join right now, um, I will want you guys to start inviting your friends. Please go ahead and share this video. Share this video on your wall. If you're connected on you're connected on YouTube, please let's share the video. Let's get more people connected. The topic for today is actually very deep. It's something that we must take good care of. We must do it step by step, step by step. Um, we cannot rush it. We must do it step by step. Mary Jo, how are you? So I am going to take my time to get this done. We're not going to rush. We're going to take it easy. I'm going to open the telephone line for people to call in. If you want to call in, you will be able to call in uh, on the show. All right. So, but at this moment, I want to just quickly appreciate those that are connecting right now. Mary Jo, good evening. God bless you. May I know where you're connecting from, please? Can you just share with me where you're connecting from? All right. Ola Junwon Fibian. God bless you also. Thank you very much for connecting and good evening also. I know everybody's saying good evening, but it's actually morning where I am right now. It's 11:24 where I am, and people are saying good evening. All right, somebody's connecting from France. God bless you. Convelated worship. God bless you from the UK. Olajuwon from Lagos. Abajo. Timilade Adams from Dallas. All right, God bless you. Thank you. Thank you for connecting and welcome. Welcome to this fantastic show today. Pasi Tata. Thank you very much for connecting. Also, if I pronounce your name well, I'm sorry if I didn't. All right. Man, I have been attacked by so many people this week. My God. Attack. Caught. you know, I've been attacked. It's 17:30. Yeah. Oh, good. Okay. I've been attacked by people this week. Man, attack from every corner. Many pastors. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. Adeyinka Sonny, good evening. God bless you. Teams, good evening from the UK. God bless you. Man, if not that I'm a tough guy, I won't come back on social media to say anything. If I let you know, if you feel how I was being attacked and words that were spoken towards me, terrible. Isaac Dokumo, God bless you. The title of this message alone is making my brain explode. Don't let it make your brain explode. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. Gabriel Ifeoluwa, God bless you from France too. Wow. All right, from Dublin, Adinga. Let's go ahead. Let's go. Let's jump on the stuff. If you care about this show, you can like this post, like this video, send it to your friends, invite more people, share it. I'm telling you, uh, whatever it is that is needed to be done, please do it. Let's get more people in. If you are loyal, please go ahead, like this video, subscribe to my channel. Right now, I want to let you know that I have 19,000 subscribers. Woo! You guys are doing well. I go to some places, I say 1 million subscribers, 800,000 subscribers and stuff. And I sometimes tell myself, I say, one day I'm going to get to that too. I gradually bit by bit from 1 subscriber to 19,000. That's great. I really thank you guys. Thank you. My kind of message is not popular. My kind of message is not good among Nigerians. So none of them will want to follow me. They won't want to subscribe to my channel because my message, it's difficult for anybody to connect with it. With what we've known before, it's actually a little difficult. Yes, I'm on Facebook. I think I have like 11 hours more to be live again on YouTube. I mean on Facebook. Let me check it. I think it's around 11 hours more or something. Yeah, 11 hours more. In 11 hours, I'll be back on Facebook. They're going to release me from Facebook prison. I will be released from Facebook prison 11 hours time. So if my page is a page where they kill the enemy, where people come and I prophesy to them, I will have 100 million subscribers here. I will. Nigerians don't connect with something like what I do. What I do is too deep for Nigerians to understand. Because majority of our Nigerian people are mentally weak. They don't think. Christianity is supposed to be based on faith and logic. Based on logic and faith. But Nigerians always want to base their Christianity on just faith, and they just want to see miracles and miracles and miracles. They don't want to work for anything. They don't believe in hard work. They don't believe hard work is part of Christianity. So if you preach that message to them and tell them that they need to work very hard and they need to go back to the drawing table to get anything done for themselves, they will look at you like, okay, you are not a Christian. Christianity is magical. It's magical stuff. Let's just prophesy to my life and let my life change. All right, just speak a word into my life and let my life get transformed. All right, and this is where they're not getting it, and they're not getting it big time because see, if I'm a Christian in Nigeria, I'll be questioning my pastor with all of the bragging and all this flexing of bozu and all kinds of stuff that you do. Can't you just speak to Nigeria and let Nigeria be great? No, Nigerians can't think to that level. No, they can't. They can't. It's difficult for them to think to that level. They can't. China it didn't become great because people prayed. America didn't become great because people prayed. They worked very hard. They worked very hard, and then along the line, some people were praying for them as they were working, and that's why they said in God we trust. All right, even this God that they trust in America, I don't understand. I don't understand the God they trust in America anyway, but that's still what our founding fathers gave to us in America. In God we trust. All right, let's go to the business of today real quick without wasting time. And some African men will wait. They will wait until they're broke before they will respect their wives. That's exactly what we want to talk about real quick today. And I'm going to open my telephone line, and I want you guys to be able to call in and actually, discuss this. I've been talking about marriage for a long time, very, very long time. And as a matter of fact, I started in 2009. 2009, I started talking about marriage. Then I stopped at the time that I was doing some other things. And then when my mother passed on to glory, I was depressed. And when I got depressed, I was eating and I was sleeping. I was getting fat. I was getting so fat. I was gaining so much weight. I think I went to 260 pounds at that time, that even when I got to Nigeria for the burial ceremony of my mom, the outfit that they actually got ready for me couldn't fit me. They had to go and get a tailor to add something to the side so I could wear it. And I did. It didn't fit me, but at least I was able to wear something that looks like the rest of them. All right. So when I got back from burying my mother, I started thinking towards that direction again. And I started talking about marriage, and I was mixing it with comedy. I was putting humor into it, and I was doing it. And the next thing that happened it was like it started getting better, People started coming. My Facebook was actually exploding. Thousands and thousands of people were joining the Facebook thing, and the messages was being pushed everywhere, all over the world. And I started getting phone calls from people, most especially women, thanking me for preaching the messages I was preaching, and I'm still preaching till today. And I get criticized by a lot of pastors. I get criticized by a lot of men because they do not understand. You do not understand what marriage is and what Christianity is. And at that point in time, I believe, and I think I remember, I was sitting inside my car, and the next thing that happened was a pastor friend of mine drove by, and he stopped and he rolled down and said, "Pastor Shola," I said, yes. He said, "Are you depressed? Do you need to see a doctor and get medication?" And I said, "Why?" He said, "Because the messages you're preaching, they're not biblical, and they are not supposed to be preached by anybody who is in their right state of mind." And that was more like a slap on my face. That was more like an attack against me. But the Holy Spirit within me just asked me to just keep quiet. I just smiled and I said, "No, sir." I said, "One day you're gonna understand. It's deeper than you think," and stuff. And I've come across people that will say to me that, "Oh, we give you some more time, you're going to change your message. We give you more time, you're going to change your message." But the message has been on now since 2008, and it's still on till today. This is 2023, 22, sorry. And I'm still preaching the same message without changing the content of it. The same message not changing. It's possible I changed location, I changed camera, I grew older, but my message still remained the same. Didn't change at all. And I've seen a lot of people call me to testify to the goodness of God based on what I've been teaching. I hear so many homes that are being touched and being transformed. And I've counseled over 11,000 couples in course of this 2008 and 2022. And some were able to, be reformed, and some not. And some, I was able to advise them to move on and get separated and live their lives separately. And they've done that. And many of them have been calling me to thank me for the decision for the counsel. And I'm still counseling people to today. And one thing I wanted to see is that I'm not a man of big grammar. I don't speak grammar. I only speak English that people, could understand. A layman or someone who is an illiterate will be able to understand my English. So if you have been listening to me, I really don't think you will have any moment where you say, "Oh, I don't understand what he's saying," because I'm very practical in my approach. All right. I don't speak big English. All right. I speak simple English, and I am very practical with what I do and what I say. And some men, they have come back to tell me, "Oh, we have regretted never to, because we didn't listen to you. This happened, that happened." And right now, they are following closely, and I see their lives changing right now. And a lot of men are now more dedicated than before. And right now, I want to let you know that on my social media, I have more men following me than women. Is that not great? Is that not a miracle? That's a miracle. But the men I'm talking about are from the ages of 25 and 42. Those are the ones that are following me. But when you now look the ones that are 45 all the way up, those ones hate me like a no man's business. Because they have formed their lives already. They want to continue to live the kind of life they're living. They believe that will be no change, that we can't change this thing around. We have been like this ever since we were young, and nobody can change us at this moment. But see, I just want to disagree with you that many people are changing. I spoke to a 60-year-old man today, a 60-year-old with the mindset of a 25-year-old. It's all about your mentality. All right, age is just a number. You don't want to ruin your own life because you feel like you're too old to change. There is nobody that is too old to change. What you've been doing from day one, and now you are 60. It's still possible for you to say to yourself, "I think I need to change." Change is the only constant thing in life. Change. Everybody must change. Things must change. I'm telling you, the weather will change. All right? Your scores will change. Your money will change. Your bank account will change. Your body odor will change. The clothes you're wearing will change. Your sense of fashion will change. Your taste will change. Your eating habit will change. And I want to let you know, I stopped eating meat. All right? That's a big change that I made in the past 2 months. That no more meat for Pastor Shola. Pastor Shola is done eating meat. All right? Now I'm only going to be eating something small. I'm going to be eating snail. I'm going to be eating chicken a little bit. I'm going to be eating fish a little bit also. And then I eat a lot of vegetables. And something changed in my life that made me to change my mind. I started getting sick, and start visiting the doctor constantly. So I found out I need to change something in my life. So I changed my eating habit. All right. And now my body is changing also. I'm losing weight. All right. You must change. It's compulsory for us to embrace change so that we can live a good life. It's compulsory for us to embrace change so that we can actually be current. We must embrace change so that our homes will be good. So there are some African men who believe that change is not important. They believe their wives should change and become a dummy. They believe they should remain the same and just be the champion of the world. But I want to disagree with you. You are not supposed to. You are supposed to change. You are supposed to change. That's exactly what it is. Sister Rolade Ogunsoya, we have meat. They call it the white meat. All right. And if you eat goat meat, you eat cow meat, you eat what do you call it? Rabbit and stuff. Those are referred to as white meat. You don't want to eat those ones as you get older. You want to eat fish, you want to eat snail, you want to eat chicken, and that's what you want to eat. My dear sister, nobody's getting this twisted. You're acting like Miss Know All, and you don't know her. All right? So that's it right there for you. And thank you for your distraction also. Now, as I was saying, some African men believe they should remain the same, and that's the way they want to live their lives. And those ones are the ones that will end up in a ditch eventually. You will find out that we're going to start pitying some men. Some men, they don't have a home, they don't have what it takes, they've finished squandering their money, now they become beggars on the street, or probably they're just not happy at all, and somebody duped them, all right, and now they don't have a place to stay. And every one of us will start pitying those men. We need to go to the foundation. They refuse to agree to change. They refuse to allow change to occur in their life. And that's the reason why they found themselves where they are right now. I always tell people this. Always make sure that you take control of life. Don't allow life to take you to a place where you don't want to go. So many of us, we don't take control of life. We allow life to actually take us. The wind of life will take you and actually drop you off where you don't want to find yourself. Some people found themselves in prison. Some people found themselves being deported. Some people found themselves on the street begging for money. Some people found themselves actually doing things they're not supposed to do. Some people found themselves in a place they're not supposed to be, inside of the mortuary. And I'm telling you, it's because you allow life to actually move you. You need to take control of life. You're going to be the one to dictate to life where you want to go in your life. Always make sure you choose the good side. Always make sure, because the good side will always pay off later down the road. I'm telling you this, it's possible for you not to have money. It's possible for you not to have a lot of money, but you will have money. It's possible for people not to like you, but let me tell you something. One day is going to be one day when you are 70, 80 years old. People will love your life. And then they will refer to you as a wise man. And that's exactly what they're going to refer to you as. And that's the time that you're going to laugh. And that's the time you're going to be celebrated. You need to wait for that moment. Don't be in a hurry and don't be jumping. All right? A lot of you jump because, oh, your wife doesn't have a good shape of breast. Her breast has fallen. Oh, she's not good in sex anymore. Let me just jump outside and go and look for a younger girl and all kinds of stuff. And that's why we meet yourself in prison. And then you go and have sex with an underage girl, and then they lock you up in prison. And that's the time you're going to be thinking it's powers and principality, but it's not. It's because you lack a very good mentality. And that's the problem that you're having in your life. Now, let me just say this real quick as I go further with this topic. A lot of men, they need a different orientation about life. And what am I saying, ladies and gentlemen? So many of our men, they always wait for the time they're broke to celebrate their wives. It's deep. This is deep. You will see that when a man doesn't have anything, not every man, some men, when they're broke, when they have nothing, when they don't have nothing, when they're still struggling and the wife is running around, putting food on the table, paying bills for them, all right? They will love their wives. They will talk well about their wives and stuff. They will lift their wives up. They will do all manners of things. If the wife is angry, they will go there to pet her and say, sweetheart, I love you. Don't be angry. What's the problem? They quickly say, I'm sorry. They are very humble when they're broke. When they are broke, they're very humble. And they remain home, they stay home, they be with their families. But the moment they get a job, the moment they're being paid $100,000 a year, even less, then after about 2 or 3 months, then the wife will no longer know how much they're earning. Their salary will no longer come to the joint account. And then they start staying out so late. And then they become so abusive and so arrogant. And then they don't come home at all, sometimes for a week. And then they become physically abusive. And then the wife will now be left to think about it. What exactly changed? What is the problem right here? And stuff. And most of the time when you go to pastors, pastor will tell you his powers and principality, they are actually not willing to allow you to enjoy the money that your husband is making. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Powers and principality are so busy. Witches and wizards are so busy right now. They have so many things they're doing. There is nobody that is looking for you. There is nobody making incantation because of you. There is nobody in this life that is even thinking about you at all. Nobody from your family side, they have their own problems. Nobody from your mommy side, they have their own problem. They are faced with their own situations of life. And let me tell you something. Those people are looking for a way to better their own lives. Why worry about others when you can just worry about you and yourself alone? Why think about other people against you? Are you against somebody? I think you need to ask yourself this question. Am I against somebody? Why should somebody be against me? Am I against somebody? Why should somebody be against me? And then we get so much sucked into this, and then we are not able to think. We are not able to think. And instead of we looking in and look at the nature of a man and understand the nature of a man, that this level of arrogance, this level of disrespect has been inside of their life from the beginning. The moment you start getting money, your own real character will start coming to surface. It means that we have failed in Africa to train our men right. Kai, I just said it. It means we have failed in Africa. We have failed so woefully in Africa that we didn't train our boys well. That the arrogance within them, that level of pride within them, that we base everything on money, 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 money. We have destroyed good character because of our mindset. We place everything is all about money. All about money. And the moment you have money, you want to oppress somebody. We don't see money as a messenger. We are the messenger of money. And the moment we have the money a little bit, we want to oppress other people. We want to put other people in captivity. And that's what we do. I know a lot of my friends when we were growing up, if you ask them to give you money to eat, they will tell you they don't have it. But for them to buy you beer, they will take you to the public place where you are drinking, and they will now say, serve everybody all around. And then because they are going to be the one to pay the money, they want to feel good and let everybody celebrate them. When we come to church, nobody's willing to give pastor money from behind. Everybody want to come to the front. Everybody want to come to the front and give money. I need 7 people to give me 10,000. Oh, you move to the front to display that you have money. You make everybody to know that, oh yeah, Mr. Money right here, Mr. Ololade, Mr. Money is here. You want everybody to know, yeah, I'm a millionaire. You want everybody to know, yeah, I can afford to give 10,000. To give it behind, we can do that. It's the level of pride, arrogance inside of an African man. Arrogance and pride that has been there from day one. And we refuse to train our boys well. We refuse to let them know what is good and what is bad. We refuse to put into them the knowledge of the things of God. We refuse. We refuse to. And that's exactly what we've done. We refuse to train them well. It's so terrible. And I see that all the time. That men, when they do not have, they are humble. The moment they start getting money, then they become arrogant. The moment they don't start making money, they become abusive. Mr. Kehinde Oladiran, there is no one-sided thing to anything. We are tending to men today. Maybe you should wait until we attend to women before you start now talking about this. And I see anybody who is always saying he's one-way-sided. The person, they have low self-esteem. You see, you need to go and get tested for low self-esteem, because when you are feeling it and you start entering into a mood of competition, it means that you have low self-esteem and inferiority complex. That's the sign. It's a sign. I tell people a lot of Nigerians, they have inferiority complex and low self-esteem, and they don't know. The moment you cannot listen to warning that, okay, they are talking to men, let us listen. Today is all about men. Let us listen to men and let us go and change. Those are men. You see, when you see a man that say, oh, they're talking to men today, let us listen to it and let us write some point down and go and change. Those kind of men are the really complete men. They are the kind of real deal men. Those men, they are good men. Those are the ones that we call real men. All right? Real men. They listen to their own side of their fault. They take the mistake and say, oh, I've made mistake. I need to change. They don't say, how about women? The moment you start saying, how about women? You have low self-esteem. You have low self-esteem. You have inferiority complex. That's what is affecting anybody doing that. They don't want people to point their own problem to them. They don't want anybody to show them their own fault. They want to hide and let us blame others. Let's blame others. Let's blame others. Oh, it's one-sided. Oh, it's one-sided. We're talking to men today. Why don't you just wait? And wait until the time they're going to talk to the women will now come. You don't just carry a message and just start jumping all around the place and be doing competition. Marriage is not competition. Men are the head of the home. If you are truly the head of the home that's supposed to lead the home, you're supposed to be able to listen to instruction. As a man, you are the one that's supposed to lead your family. So if you fail in your family, you are done. And that is why I always talk about men. Mr. Ade or Dewale, I talk to men because they are the head. If you don't want to be the head anymore, why don't you just let your wife rule? Then we can start talking about women. So maybe you should give your leadership role to the women, and then we can start shouting on the women and say, women, you are failing. You are failing in your responsibility that man has given unto you. But if you want to remain a man and still want to be in control, and your marriage is going down, we got to shout on you. You are the head. If the head is good, everything will be nice. Can't you get that? You are not supposed to be in competition with a woman. You are not supposed to be in a competition with a woman. A woman is supposed to be following you. A woman is your helpmate. She is not your boss. All right? A woman is not in competition with you. A woman should never be in competition with a man. We have called you to be the head. So a head will always take shots. Head will take the slap. Head will always take the beating. Now, when you look at the book of Genesis, you will find out when God came, God knew it was Eve that made Adam to sin. You think he didn't know? You think God did? You think he didn't know? You know, he understood what happened in the Garden of Eden. But when he wanted to blame somebody, he blamed Adam for it. He blamed Adam for it. Adam was punished first. Even though he didn't do anything wrong in the eyes of man. But let me tell you what he did wrong. God placed him there as a head. You should be able to teach your wife for your wife to understand. And when the woman came with the fruit, you're supposed to be able to say no to your wife. I said, no, this is not the mind of God for us. So if a man wants to be in charge, a man A man must be willing to take instruction. Take instruction. A man must be responsible enough to take instruction and say, this is my fault. As a man, you're supposed to be able to stand and be responsible. That's who you're supposed to be. Or else, you just want to live your life and be gallivanting all around town and be saying, oh, I'm a man, I'm a man. And every time you say, I'm a man, you are not a man. Anytime you are reminding your wife, I'm a man, you are not a man. You don't. You are a sissy. You are a sissy. You are not a man. You are a sissy. That's why you smoke and drink all around and be gallivanting all around town with no brain in your head. No brain in your head, nothing in your head. Until you come to realize it and sit down and say, I am the head of this home. If anything should go wrong in this home, it's my fault. If this home should break, it's my fault. If this home didn't do well, it's my fault. Then you go to the drawing table and you sit down and then you map it out. What am I supposed to do first? I'm supposed to know God. I'm supposed to know God. I'm supposed to have a relationship with God so that God can direct me on how to direct this family. All right? And so that can give me ideas of how to lead this family. So that God can give me an idea of how to love my wife and make this woman continue to smile. And then so that God will help me to be able to know exactly what to do to make my family a better one. That's the first thing you as a man are supposed to be doing. Not just roaming the streets, drinking from one beer parlor to another beer parlor, carrying CC everywhere. At the end of the day, you regret it. And then you sit down there and be telling them, oh, I didn't mean I've known. And I was listening to one stupid pastor was shouting, and I was the one that was saying, how about women? How about women too? It's one-way sided. It's a sided. And that's what you're going to be saying at that point in time, instead of you sitting down and listening and say, let me just listen. Let me see where is my fault. What have I done wrong? What are the things I didn't do? Let me go and actually restructure myself. Let me repackage myself. Let me go back and re-educate myself. Let me go straight to seminars. Let me go to leadership retreats. Let me learn how to read the Bible. Let me learn how to be able to be a better person. That's supposed to be what you're supposed to be doing right now. That's supposed to do right now. All right? So when they are rich, many of them don't remember their wives. When they're rich, that's when the money will be pushing their penis to stand up in the public place. When they're rich, then they start going from one beer parlor to another beer parlor, investing money in beer parlor women. When they're rich, they don't think about their children will go to college. Many of them don't even think about their kids are going to go to college. They don't put money aside. A lot of African men don't put money aside for the college fund of their kids. They believe, oh yeah, when we get there, we're going to cross it. When we get there, we're going to cross it. That kid is still 5 years old now. All right? By the time you blink, that kid is going to be 18 and will be getting ready to go to college. And then you don't have any money in your bank account to send your own kid to college. And you're having 7 children. A lot of men want to have 7 children, but they don't have money to send them to college. No plan, no nothing. They have no plan whatsoever to send their kids to college. And everything's still going to fall on the head of the women. They say, go and meet your mom. Go and meet your mom. Go and meet your mom. So the woman will walk until she will die. Walk until she will die. Women, they look older than their age. And then the men will start looking younger. Because all they do is just gallivanting all around town. Sitting down in beer parlors and watching TV, watching football and shouting and drinking beer. And that's all they do. They don't even contribute to training the kids. They have the kids. They don't even contribute to the kids. They don't do homework for the kids. They don't take the kids to school. They don't even know the grades their kids are. Some of them, they have kids in university. They have never been there to actually say, let me go and visit my daughter. Let me visit my son. They don't even make phone calls to these guys. They don't even know nothing. It's all about their mother. Mother knows all. It's not supposed to be. You are a failure. You failed as a father when you don't do these things. You fail as a father. You don't do these things. These are your responsibilities. And I'm going to show you like almost 15 things if I have the time. If I have the time, I'm going to show you bit by bit almost 15 things for you to understand. When you go, well, if you want to be a good man, a real man that is responsible, all right? I want to actually show it to you from Bible and then from the society also. Now, Mr. Segun Dokumu, nobody paid me any amount of money to do this. Let me tell you something. If you cannot understand what I'm saying, you're a bad man. You need to go change your life around. If you are saying what I'm saying is not good, this is a bad thing I'm doing, you yourself need to go check your life because you're a bad person. And I pity the woman who married you. Or maybe you are not married, you are still single. I pity the woman that will marry you. If what I'm telling you right now is not the right thing, I pity you. I'm telling you. I pity you big time. I pity you big time. Now, the very first thing I want to say today, for men who are listening, people who would love to listen, that I want to say to you guys is this. Number one, you want to be able to be right. Don't wait until you're broke to love your wife, to respect your wife. The very first thing we got to do when we get married is you have to patronize communication. Patronize communication. What do I mean by that? Allow your wife to have a voice. Allow your wife to have a voice. Let your wife have a voice in the relationship. Let her speak her mind. Don't be a bully. Don't always shout your wife down. Whenever she wants to say something, don't say, oh, I'm not listening to you. When you do that, you are not a good man. You are not godly at all. And you are not a Christian. Always make sure that you patronize communication. Without communication, let me tell you something, there will be no marriage. There will be no marriage. No marriage. You right, Pastor Salah, my kids are my primary school, and I'm already making plan for uni. Thank you. Thank you very much. I had to quarrel with my husband. You see what I'm saying? Make plan for it. Go and set up a mutual fund account for your kids. There is a government one that when you put your money in there, by the time you want to take it out for college, the government will multiply it by 2. Go and do it for your kids. Don't wait for a stupid man to actually squander all the money, and then when the kids are ready to go to college, they don't have jack. Number 2, make sure that you are attracted to little things that both of you love. What your wife loves and what you love also. Be attracted to these little things. These little things, they will help your marriage. All right? Be attracted to it. All right? If your wife loves to go out, try and go out with her. If your husband loves to watch TV with him. If your husband loves to cook with him. If your husband loves to do whatever, always make sure that you notice all these little things and do those little things, do them together. Number 3, always make sure that you give time for physical touch. Physical touch. A lot of men, I pity you. The moment you start having money, you don't stay at home again. You don't stay home again. All you do is just be gallivanting around town. When you're supposed to be with your wife, watch TV together. Watch TV together. All right? That's what you need to do. Stay home and cook together. Stay home, touch each other. When you sit down on the couch, let her lay her hands on you. When you are eating, eat together. Look at each other's eyes. You can feed each other also. All right? When you're sitting there on the couch, watch TV and speak to yourself. Touch each other. It's actually medicinal. That stuff is a therapy when you do that. Then number 4, work together to come up with division of labor that works for each of you guys. Stay home and work this out together. If your wife is working full-time, you work full-time, you get home before your wife, help her to clean the kitchen. Help her to sweep the floor. Help her to pick up the kid. Help her to feed the children. Help her to do laundry. All right? Have a division of labor. What you do, what she will do. All right? Do whatever it is that will make each other's life easy. Each other easy. That's exactly what you should do. You are not a slave of your wife. Your wife is not a slave of you. She is not your slave. You didn't buy a slave. All right? And she's not expecting to make you to be a slave. The two of you are in love, independent, and you've chosen to live your life together, and that's the way it should be. All right? You guys must work together hand in hand. Number 5, express interest in her feeling. When your wife is feeling one kind, ask her how you feeling. What is the problem? How can I help you? How can I help you? What can I do to make you feel better? Sometimes your wife will say, I need alone time. All right? Take your car key, walk out the house. All right? Go out of the house. Get out of the house and leave her alone to have her meantime. If you want to go out, let her go wherever she want to go. Always make sure that you are interested in her feeling, how she's feeling. Don't lock your wife down. Don't come and be making the life of your wife miserable. If she's not feeling well, don't be shouting and say, "Where is my food?" That's the time you're supposed to now cook for her when she's feeling somehow. Always be vigilant. Be very vigilant. Always know when your wife is not feeling good. Go there and kind of like help her out. Be there emotionally with her. Ask her questions. All right? Get the answers correctly. Do what will make her to come out of wherever it is. All right? Make sure you do that. And then you fight better. Fight better. What do I mean by fighting better? Fighting better means that you don't fight harshly. Don't say words like, don't say words like, mama, don't say words like, don't say words like, don't say those things. Those things are not good for you to say to your wives. Many men do this physical, mental, and verbal abuse. They do this all the time. These are things you need to disconnect from. You don't do this. When you fight better. Fight maturely. Always remember that this fight is just for now. And later down the road, the fight is going to go away. And then we're going to be friends again. So everything you say matters during the time of fighting. And that's why Yoruba people say, "Eyilon." Eyilon. Eyilon. Eyilon means that when you say it, it's going to stay there. And it will break and you can't put it back together. Always remember, you don't say things. Don't say things that will ruin the life of the other person. Don't say things that will make your wife go into coma. Don't say things that will actually break her heart into pieces. Always remember, this fight will be over one day. And when the fight is over one day, we are all going to be friends again. I'm going to be actually willing to sleep with this woman again. How will you sleep with the woman that you just condemned? How will you sleep with the woman that you just destroyed? How will you sleep with the woman that you say only the room? How will she feel? How will she feel? Number 7, don't fight over text. As a man, a lot of men don't like to talk. They will text their wives. They will say all manners of things in the text messages. Let me tell you what, people read things differently. What you type in there may not actually mean the same thing to your wife. And then when you type something and write it down, it sticks also. It sticks also. You need to be very careful. You need to support women's rights and equity. And I'm going to stay here for a while. I'm going to stay here for a while. And this message here, this message here is something that the African people must embrace. There is equality. A woman is equal to a man. I don't care how you feel. I don't care how you see it. A man is not superior to a woman. A man is not superior to a woman. There is that equality in us. We were born the same way. We grew up the same way. We were fed with the same food. We grew up to go to primary school together, the same primary school, the same curriculum, the same syllabus. We went through primary. We took exam to go into college together, to high school together. The same question, not different. All right? And we went all the way from primary, from secondary 1 to secondary 5. The same teacher, the same class, same exam. We took the same JAM question, the same WAEC question, and the same cutoff point for both the female and the male. All right? So when we live together in this world and we are equal in all things, we are equal in salary that we earn, we are equal in the job that we do, we are equal in the examinations that we took, we are equal in the interviews that we took, and now when it now comes to marriage, a man is more superior than a woman. It's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be. At this point in time, and this is exactly what is destroying our country, Nigeria, there are so many women that could have taken their family to the next level. So many women will have actually opened the door of prosperity to their families. but they lock them down. They tie them down. They tie them down. They see them as a second-class citizen, and they refuse to let them fly. All because some men cannot handle the prosperity of their wives. Some men, they can't handle the prosperity of their wives. They can't handle the prosperity of their wives. If a woman is prosperous, a woman is making money, it's difficult for a man, some men, to celebrate and embrace that kind of a woman. African men believe money is power. The moment you are the one that owns the money, you will be able to control whosoever is beneath you. So they always want to take money away from women so that they can be able to control them. And control is not a language in marriage. Control. That word control, that word discipline, they are not supposed to be mentioned inside of marriage. No. Your wife is designed to be your helpmate. So that means that she must be prosperous. If you are not, and your wife is prosperous, that prosperity is the family prosperity. But it's difficult for some men to see that, to be able to embrace their wife's prosperity as their own prosperity. They feel like, oh, no, I want to do my own. I want to make my own money. It's my own money that I'm talking about. She won't let me control her. You're not supposed to control your wife. You're supposed to love your wife. You're not supposed to. Enrich TV, I am not talking to women today. I want us to listen, please. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please listen to this stuff. And I want to just make this correction one time. Stop saying women too. When a message is directed towards the men, let us listen and say, oh, today is for men. When we now come for women, then let's come and say, oh yeah, today is for women. And then we listen. And then we listen. And we listen. But whenever we now come and start doing this inferiority complex display, low self-esteem display that we always do, by actually now making it to become a competition, then it won't let things work. And I've seen this with many Nigerians. So many Nigerians will never allow you to talk. They will just say, how about women too? How about men too? How about women too? How about men too? We need to shut up. This message is for men. This message is towards the men. This message is an instruction to the men. So any comment we want to make supposed to be for the betterment of the men. Let the men listen to it. Embrace it. All right? Go home and sit down, ruminate over it. Let them go and just go back to the drawing table and check it out. Is this a good message or is it a bad message? Maybe let me just give it a try. Let me just do some things and see how happy this woman could be. Let me help this woman to wash the dishes. Let me let this woman to do. Let me help this woman to clean. Let me help this woman to sweep the floor. Let me help this woman to lay the bed. Let me see the reaction that will occur after I'm done with this stuff. This is an instruction for men, not for women. So please, when you are making comments, stop making all these yama comments there and just listen to the message. And then if you have a support, you have a suggestion for men to make their life better so that they can make marriage better. That's what I think you should be putting there. Not women too. Women too. Nobody's saying women not, women too not. Nobody is not saying that women don't do their own. We are not with women today. We are not addressing women today. You know, we are not. We are not addressing women today. Hello? We are not addressing women today. We are addressing men. So if you have what you need to say, all right, say it to better the life of men. We are not here to do competition. This is not a competition between a man and a woman. This is instruction. This is teaching to make the life of men better. So if you have anything you want to say to this, say it just to help the men to be better. God bless you. And if you don't have anything to say, you don't have to. Don't have to say anything. All right. Now, you see, the men need to embrace the prosperity of their wives. You need to see it as this is a blessing of God. If I cannot get the money and she's getting the money, glory to God. She's getting the money, glory to God. You know, you treat your wife right. A woman will cut her head. Women, they will cut their head off and give it to you. Women will cut their heads off and give it to you when they're being treated nicely. When you treat a woman nicely, you get the best of this woman. That's why the Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and then obtain favor from God. All right? The moment you treat your wife nicely, she will not hold back. She can't. Any woman who is holding back when a good man is treating them right is got a mental problem. They need to go check them out. Every woman is not crazy. When they are treated correctly, they will be correct. All right? Just want to let you know that. They will be correct. When you treat them right, they will submit their checks to you. They will submit their money to you. The money will be the family money. If you are not using the money to drink beer, you are not using the money to carry other women, you are not using the money to better your own family in the village life, you are not doing things that will not allow a woman to love you and care and respect you. You do what attracts respect. If your woman is working tirelessly and bringing no money and you want to actually bless your people in the village and you hold a meeting with her, sweetheart, I think I need to bless the people in the village. Oh, my mom and dad and my siblings, they need support. The wife will never say don't. But don't be doing it behind. Don't do it and say, oh, I'm a man, I'll just send money to my own family and I won't tell her. You know, at that time, you're actually digging a grave. And so many men, they have abused this opportunity, and that's where they are right now. That's why they are where they are. You don't just send money to anybody. You don't. You need to sit with your wife and just talk to your wife and say, sweetheart, I want to send money to my family. Because it's a joint money, it's a family money. She wants the right over that money as you have the right on the money. And that's why men want to have their money, because they don't want to sit down and hold meetings with their wife on how they spend money. All right, why don't you just remain single? You should hold meeting with your wife. Sit with your wife and let your wife know your plans. What do you want to do? Where are you doing? When are you doing it? Who are you giving money to? This is the person I want to give money to. This one. Is it by the time you become crippled and you are sick and you are on a wheelchair, are those people that you're sending money to, are they going to be the one to come and actually take care of you? Are they going to be the one to take you to the bathroom when you poop all over yourself? Are they going to be the one to feed you? Or what? Many people don't think well. They're just so arrogant and ignorant of how life works. Life is not like that. When you see somebody with happy home, the man is humble. The man loves his wife. The man cares about his wife. He embraces his wife's prosperity. He prays for his wife. That kind of a man cooks for his wife. He cleans for his wife. He will do anything for his wife. Such a kind of a man is actually having a happy home. Happy home. That's what it is. And number 9, always ask your wife, how do you want it in bed? How do you want it in bed? Many of you guys just come to bed and just do shuku shuku, and when you finish doing shuku shuku, you satisfy yourself. You don't even care if your wife is satisfied or not. I know men that will go and buy Viagra just because they want their wife satisfied. I know men who go and buy sex toy just to make sure their wife is satisfied. I know men that will keep their energy just because they want to go to bed with their wife tonight. I know men that will take care of their health so that they will be able to please their wives. Not just about themselves alone, it's about their wives. They always focus on their wife, my wife, my wife, my wife. And they focus on this to make their wife special, feel special. They take care of business. They just don't enjoy themselves alone by coming in 30 seconds and then that's it. They focus on their women. They ask the woman, are you okay? Is it okay? Do you love this? Do you like it like this? You know? Do you like it this way? Am I doing it well? They focus on their woman. No, that kind of a woman will give it to you any day, any time. It's not like you just jump from nowhere, just bounce on your wife, and some of you will force the woman to have sex with you. You will force the woman to have sex with you. The woman is not happy. It's a state of mind. The woman is not happy, but you wanted sex. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to nag her to death just because you want sex. and then you pressurize her. Some of you will rape your wives. You jump on your wife and rape your wife because you wanted sex. Because you wanted sex. You know, just jump on her. I'm telling you. Very terrible. It's a very terrible kind of life that we live. Just jump in bed and rape your wife. Just because you want to actually have sexual satisfaction for yourself. I'm telling you this, man. It's time for you to, when your woman said, no, I don't want to have sex with you. This is time for you to actually start saying, you know what, something must be wrong. What exactly is wrong, sweetheart? What have I done? Or what is going on? And that's time she will open up to you and say, you know what, I don't feel good in my body. I think I have headache. I think I'm sick. And then you start saying, oh, can we go to the doctor? Can we go and see my doctor right now? You start making phone calls. She's gonna feel special. She will feel very special when you treat her that way. Not that, okay, the way the woman is saying, I can't do. Not saying, holy shit, I bought food in this house. I put food on your head. I put food on the table. I put roof over your head. You stupid idiot. What did I marry you for? And stuff like that. The woman is dying. I know of a story of a woman who had cancer. And the husband will force her to have sex with her every time. And she said one day, I'm passing through cancer. I'm fighting for my life. Sex is not what I want. I want someone to actually support me emotionally for me to fight through this. And then the man said, okay, if you're no longer having sex with me, I'm going to go have sex with another person outside. And that was exactly what he did. That was what he did. And that was what hastened the death of the woman. The woman quickly died because she wasn't happy, and then you contributed to her sadness. You know, her heart got broken because of the way you behave. Are you not supposed to pity your wife and say, you know what, she's passing through something? All right, let's pass through it together. Can't you just keep your penis in your pocket? All right, can't you just put your penis in your pocket and just say for a minute, I need to be with my wife. We need to fight through this sickness together. We need to fast through this together. And sometimes it's not even cancer. Sometimes it might be like she's not happy at work. Sometimes somebody insulted her at work. Or sometimes you just feel like I just don't feel good in my body. And then you are supposed to now be there as a companion. Instead of you just saying, oh, I'm going to go. Then you start threatening her with divorce. You start threatening her with, you're going to have a side chick. Oh, I'm going to have a side chick. You don't allow me to do this. Hey, you know, what kind of stupid life is that? All right? What kind of stupid life is that? Can't you just think something's wrong? Can't you say something's wrong? Something's wrong here. And I think we need to do it together to make you feel good. She's not happy with her job. Be with her. She's not happy with your in-laws. You know, stay with her. Fight for her. Fight for her. You know, there are some of your stupid sister-in-laws and brother-in-laws that will say some nasty stuff to your wife. And instead of you standing behind your family, you stand with your wife. Fight for your wife. Whenever she couldn't fight for herself, fight for her. And that's why she's your wife, for God's sake. I don't understand, man. I don't understand. Fight for your wife. Always do that. You know? And that's the beauty of being married. When you're married, that's the beauty of being married. Fighting for them. Now, a lot of people don't understand. They always believe that, oh, a woman should submit to a man. All right? What does it mean to submit? Submission means to love. And that's exactly what God said to men too. He said, love your wife. And then he now said, maybe you didn't understand well. He now said again, he said, submit to one another. If you have not read the Bible well, you need to go back and sit down and read the Bible very well. You as a man, you are not superior. You're just the leader. It's not because you are better off than the woman. It's just because God is looking for someone to lead. All right? And that's why he placed you as a man there to be the leader. And you as a leader are supposed to lead with love and submission to your wife. You submit to her. When she knows exactly where the direction is, submit to her authority. All right? And that's the way it works. You submit to one another to make life to do well and to work well. I'm telling you, All right. So when it comes to sexual relationship, always make sure you satisfy your wife. Go and learn how to do it. Go and learn how to do it and stop. Don't be pressurizing your wife to have sex with her. No, don't. And then what I want to say next is that let her enjoy your money. Let her enjoy your money. Don't just be having money all the time, and then your wife doesn't even know what to spend your money on. She's not enjoying the money, and she's asking you, what have you done for me? If some women will say, what have you done in my life? What have you done for my family? What have you done for my family? What have you done for my family? What have you done for me? And I want to let you know some men didn't do nothing. Some men married very good women, and they didn't do nothing whatsoever for the family. Even for the woman, they didn't do nothing for the woman. And they always say, I have a plan. I have a plan. I have a plan. And the plan never even came out. They didn't bring out the plan. The woman waited for 20 years. Nothing came out. The woman was still there. Until when they now get broke. When they get broke, then they now become very loving and caring. That's when they now start seeing their wife and say, oh, sweetheart, I love you. Sweetheart, I love you. And this. And then they come and say, well, I've been showing her love, but she's not reciprocating. And then when I talk about the past, then they will say, it was ignorance. All right, yeah, it is ignorance right now. The consequence of ignorance is what you're going to be chopping right now. All right? So many of our men, they say, oh, it's ignorance. It's ignorance. It's ignorance. But right now we're teaching you, you're arrogant. You can't listen. You don't want to listen. You don't want to listen. You're so arrogant, you don't want to listen. And that's so terrible. If you listen right now and you spend your money on your wife, you see those women you are going outside to see, your wife is better off than those ones. The reason why those ones feel like they're good and better in your sight, it is because they are new to you. New things always feel like that. When you buy a new car, you abandon the old one. When you buy a new house, you abandon the old one. All right? But one thing that is already there is this. It's possible for you to buy a new car that don't even have any second-hand value. And then the other one that is a Toyota Camry actually has a second-hand value that can sell better than a Mercedes. You're going to drive a Mercedes and they want to sell it, and then they're going to put 5,000 on it. And then for a Toyota Camry that you drove for 20 years, they're going to put 15,000 on that one. And that is why you need to actually be where you're supposed to be. Old friends are better than new. Let me tell you something. Because you have done see finish with that woman, you know how when she was lean, now she grew fat a little bit, and then you feel like, oh, she's not good anymore. She's still the same woman. She still got the same good heart. And she can still have good sex with you. And let me tell you something. She can still lose that weight if you can show her the love and spend your money on her. Take her shopping like you take your girlfriend shopping. Give her money to go to the gym. You know, buy stuff for her. Surprise her on her birthday. Surprise her on her wedding day. And you see how things will work correctly. I am not lying to you. These are things you need to do. Spend your money on your wife. Let your wife enjoy your money. And make sure that wherever your bank account is, or your investment, let it be known to your wife. Don't hide your money. Don't hide your investment. When you die, it's going to waste. If there are no records for it, and you're hiding the record, nobody knows where you're hiding the records and whatever it is. By the time you die, your children can't enjoy it, your wife can't enjoy it, your family can't enjoy it. It's going to go to waste. And that's why your next of kin is supposed to be your wife. So if anything happens to you, they will call your wife, and then everything that belongs to your children will get to your children. Celebrate each other's achievement. Always make sure you celebrate the achievement of your wife. Celebrate her. Oh God. And then take care of yourself as a man. Take care of yourself as a man. Eat the right thing. Eat what is right. Eat good food. Exercise. Lose weight if you have to lose weight. You know, whatever it is that you need to do, do it now. And you will see how God is going to bless you in Jesus' name. All right. I want to open my telephone line for people who would love to call. The telephone line is already on the screen. You'll see it there on the screen. The telephone line. The telephone number is 346-387-9891. If you're calling from outside of the United States, I want you to put +1 in front of it. That's the code. That's the code. 346-387-9891, and that's the code. COVID, I should show my investment so she deletes me if you want. Lie. I'm really sorry, my brother. It means you don't have a good relationship with your wife. You have not treated the woman right. And that's where the woman will think of terminating your life. Okay? If a woman loves you, care for you, you love the woman back, and you guys are open to each other, I don't think any woman in the right state of mind will want to terminate a good man who's paying bills. Want to terminate a good man who loves her. I don't think so. The prayer is for the two of us to grow old together and be able to enjoy all the investment that we have already done together, each other. All right? You see, let me tell you something. I'm only teaching you how to live an ideal life. You don't have to show your wife anything if you don't want to. You think she's going to be a pauper too? She's not going to be a pauper. She's not going to be a foolish person. She's going to get a job and work and have her own investment. Do you think they need your money? She doesn't need your money. You can go to hell with your own money. It doesn't matter. All right? It doesn't matter at all. But you want to live a good life, a beautiful life. You love a woman loves you back. She will never think of killing you at all. She'll be praying for you. Women pray for people they love. People who cares about them. People who use their own money to make the woman to have peace. They pray for them. They support them. They pray for long life for those kind of men. So, but if you have done something wrong and you are not good in the home, then you should be afraid. I'm not going to blame you if you have done something crazy to that woman. If you have cheated on her, I'm not going to blame you for not showing your investment. If you are the one that is a bully, you always beat your wife, I'm not going to let you. Listen, I won't say no for you hiding it because you've done something bad. Every bad thing you do, all right, let me tell you, you are going to attract bitterness from your wife towards you. Every bad thing you do. And when you apologize and you actually get out of that particular mindset, and you do well and you treat your wife right, I never believe a woman will ever want to terminate you or delete you for no reason. I'm really sorry. If that's your mindset, it's a bad mindset. I'm telling you, treat your woman right. Be respectful. Honor your wife. Don't beat your wife. Don't kick your wife. Don't disrespect your wife. All right, don't just say any kind of words to your wife. Don't insult your wife. Don't treat her as a second-class citizen. All right, you will see the best of a woman when you do that. The telephone number is 346-387-9891. If you want to make a phone call through, you can go ahead and just make the phone call through right now. I'm going to listen to you. All right. We're still waiting. We are still waiting. All right. I think somebody's calling. Hello?
Hello. Good morning, Pastor Shola.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning. How are you and Pastor Lola?
We are good.
And how did your amala go yesterday?
After I finished making the amala, I actually gave myself a tiny little portion. I gave her a tiny little portion. We put begiri and abula on top of it. And then I had two snails and one black fish beside my own. And I just I made a nice cup of.
You danced go lo. Did you finish dancing buga?
And I put a cup of tea on the side as I finished the amala. I just went back to bed, and then she came to lie down beside me, and she was rubbing my belly and stuff, and I was like, "Yay, this is what they call life." Yes.
Thank you. Let me thank you for today's topic. I mean, for a lot of people, like you said, sometimes we focus on gender, and those things are not necessary.
Yeah.
Just listen to the message. You can't, like you said, if you're talking here and there and you're not. The other time, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, when you and Pastor Lola were talking about the women, you were talking to the women how we should take care of ourselves, blah, blah, blah. They didn't complain then, but today they are complaining.
I know. Because on that show, I was defending the interests of men.
Yes.
Like whenever we are on the show, me and my wife, I want to actually put myself in the shoe of every man, so that we can now have a balance. I'll be playing the devil's advocate, so that she will now be telling us how women want it. I will be telling her the way we see it and stuff. But that's not the ideal. The ideal is what I'm actually teaching today, right now. That one is a drama. But eventually we're able to get point out of it, because Pastor Lola will now tell us what women want. And then eventually we balance it up. When you guys call in, you guys will now make points to balance up the whole equation.
Yeah, and honestly, what you have said so far, I think it's a pointer to what we talked about some time ago. I think I called in on one of the shows and I raised it, and it's the issue of the boy child.
Yeah.
There's a lot that needs to go into the foundation. You see, for the girl child, when a girl is, after a girl is born, she's the one that the parents will tell to go to the kitchen and learn how to cook. She's the one that will sweep. She's the one that will do this. She's the one that will do that. Boys are left alone to grow by themselves, to find their own feet by themselves, and they end up being a mess. Not all of them. Apologies to the men that are listening to me. I mean, I'm not pointing fingers at everybody, but there are some men that just, that just don't turn out right.
Yeah.
They just believe that it is the woman that has to do this, it is the woman that has to do that. I was watching somebody yesterday, a comedian. He went to a church in Nigeria, and he was saying there are many women here. The reason why they are not married is because they don't know how to cook. Even ordinary indomie, they don't know how to cook. And in my mind, I'm thinking, why should it be the job of the woman to cook?
Thank you.
Why should it be the responsibility of the woman to cook? If you're a man, if you can eat, why can't you cook? And at the same time, even to the women, why should it be the responsibility of the man to provide all of the money and to set your shop up and to sponsor your brother in school and to give money to your parents? Why can't we see marriage as a partnership?
It's supposed to be.
To support ourselves. Exactly. If we're working, if we see it as a partnership and our target is 100%, the day you have 10%, you bring it. If the other person has 90%, he brings it. If it is the woman that has 90, she brings it. If it is the man that has the 10, he brings it. So there is unison, there is that partnership, there is sincerity of purpose, there is togetherness, and everything would work. You understand? We'll be able to grow together. So that's when they say, oh, we built together, we grew together, we did this together. You understand? That is where it comes in. So when we begin to think that it is the woman that will clean the house and see the whole house is dirty, she cannot clean. She cannot. If you feel she's not clean, why can't you help her? Why can't you do it together? I tell my friends in my own house on Saturdays, we wake up, everybody knows what they have to do. I face the things in the kitchen. My husband will face the laundry and the bathrooms. We just divide everything. So there is, at the end of the day, because we both work. We go to work, we come back tired. Everybody, do you understand? The kids are there to be taken care of. Even when it comes to the kids, I do the drop-off, he will do the pick-up. Do this part of the assignment, he will do this part as well.
Please, I wanted to allow this stuff because some men on this line, I don't know where they are from. I don't know who trained them. I don't know exactly who trained them because they believe I'm trying to tear their marriage apart. I don't know who trained them.
I don't know. I grew up in a house where my elder brother would tell me, go and wash my plate. My mother would say, wash what? Who would use the plate to eat? You. So why is she the one that will wash it for you? Then go and wash your plate yourself. That's how I grew up.
Yeah, likewise in my own family too. In my family,
they'll say you are proud.
Yeah, you go and wash your own plate by yourself. Nobody's watching it for you.
Hello?
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, it just makes life easier, especially for those of us that are in the diaspora. For those that are back home in Nigeria, it might be easier to get a house help, it might be easier to get support, and you have people who are running around doing this and this and this and this for you. But in Nigeria, where we work solely on time, you understand? Everything is timed. You need to finish this to get to the bus stop at this time. You need to drive out at this time. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to do that. And then people will be saying, it is the job of the woman to cook. It is the job of this. It is nobody's job to do nothing. You can share it. As a matter of fact, when people complain, the reason, the other time was...
My dear, hold on. Mr. Dunman, if it is not the job of women to cook, then it's not the job of man to protect and provide. It's like for like. Sorry, Mr. Donma. I don't know where you are based. If you are based in the United States, I don't know about Nigeria. Women in America, they go to work full time. So the time of protecting, providing, you are talking about the stupid stuff. Women can provide, they can protect, they can do anything. All right? They can do anything. They don't need a man's money to live their life. And like I say, my sister, Magbo, I always say it, and I don't know, probably men are getting it. Men don't get it. A woman that must be married must be independent. She must be able to get a job, must be able to have money, take care of herself, do her things by herself without the help of a man. So when they come into marriage, they are coming in as partners in that relationship. They must respect each other. So your money coming in for provision and protection doesn't mean jack. The woman could do the same. Go ahead, man.
What does it even mean by protect and
I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about.
Can you protect yourself?
I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about.
And then say you provide. Can you even provide for yourself?
I'm telling you. Do you know how many women that are making? A lot of women making $250,000 a year, and their husband is only making $45,000. Okay, and nobody's even hearing stories because the man is respectful. The man loves his wife, and they're living good. And that same man that is making 45 is driving a Range Rover today, and nobody knows where the money is from because the two of them, they are partners. He respects his wife, loves his wife. All right?
When you're partners, it will be difficult for a third party to even come in.
I know.
Nobody will see what is going on. You will have your issues behind the closed doors. You will have everything. Nobody will know what is going on. Because you're in partnership.
I don't understand this. I don't understand men. I don't understand men.
Somebody has to cook. You have to do the cooking. You have to do that. Anyway, Mr. What's his name? Let me see, Mr. Donman. I bless the God. I bless God for your wife.
I make more money.
The hunger that we wired you.
I make more money than my wife, but I do more cooking than my wife. I do more cleaning than my wife. You know, because me, I work from home, and because I work from home, I always have time. You know, in between work, to go out and look at the kitchen, clean up the kitchen if I have to, wash the dishes if I have to, even cook before she will get back at 11 o'clock at night.
Pastor Shola, do you know that if there is sincerity of purpose, if there is sincerity of purpose, it will not matter who makes more money.
It won't.
God will help you conquer the spirit of money. You won't even see money.
You won't see it.
You will see progress.
Yes, ma'am.
See increase. You will see togetherness.
Yes, ma'am.
See unity.
Yes, ma'am.
Joy.
Yes, ma'am.
You won't even remember money.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
If there is sincerity of purpose.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm hammering on sincerity of purpose because somebody said earlier, the person said, you want me to tell my wife what I have so that she can delete me. That means you have no business being married.
I'm telling you, the person didn't marry at all.
Yourself.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Totally no business being together.
Yeah.
Because why will I be, if you're thinking that if you show her where your money is, she can delete you. Why can't she delete you when you are beside her on the bed?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't understand.
Show her money, she can delete you.
Yeah, I think they should be divorced and you can live your life by yourself. Let her live her own too.
We have no business being together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me allow.
Thank you very much, my dear Jerry. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. All right.
All right, the telephone line is open for those who would like to call in on the show. +1 346 387 9891. That's the telephone number to call. I don't know where these men are getting all the kind of information they have. I don't know why they're getting this mentality from. It's so surprising the way men think. I don't know. Some men are just very funny. Very, very funny. I'm telling you. And that's what I've been telling a lot of people. They believe money is power. You know, they put all their life, their hope, everything on money, money, money. You're providing, you're supplying, you're protecting, providing what? Providing what? How much are you making? How much are you bringing home that you're saying you're providing? How much is the money? An average Nigerian man believe even when you work as a working wife, they still expect you to do all the house calls despite the work. I don't know about that. Hello?
Sir, Pastor Shola.
Yes, hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
I do well. How are you?
Yes, sir. In fact, this is well loaded.
Sir?
Well loaded. And I really applaud the man that just spoke now.
Yeah.
See, like your man said, marriage is partnership.
Are you a man or a woman?
I'm a man.
No, because I want them to know who is talking. So it's not going to be like another woman is talking. Please, I want to know. Ọkùnrin làdá ló sọ̀rọ̀.
Marriage is partnership, okay?
Yeah.
It's not an in the game.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
And I know when I make mistakes, and I know when I do things when things are going the other side.
Yeah.
And I know how I advise you before anybody even anything.
Yeah.
Okay? So partnership means, I remember they taught us in secondary school. That is two people in business, they are in business.
Yeah.
And in circular world, these two people are in business. Who want them to make decisions without contacting the other one?
Yes.
They make decisions without the other party knowing what they're finding.
Of course. That's what partnership is all about.
Yeah. So if you can understand that they are married,
yeah.
So I don't have any problem. Then this morning, this morning, what is morning? Hey. When I married, when my wife and I, but when we married, you don't work now, you don't work, but just started working this year. And we married over 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to get my daughter, you know, like,
Moi. Okay.
Listen,
wow.
All right?
Yeah.
We need to go somewhere, but it's not like this.
This is a good man talking, Jerry. This is a good man talking here. Yeah.
I took that.
Yeah.
And when we left, went out, we came back.
Yeah.
Within 1 hour, my mind is ready.
Wow.
Because all the women were like few days.
Yeah.
I'm not going to kill her.
No.
Oh, come on, man. I don't see. Man, this thing is
do me, I do you.
You respect your woman, so give you respect back.
She'll respect you back. Thank you, sir.
So, you see the submission of Bible said, man.
No.
I think it should be the other way around that. Men, respect your wife. Because respect is reciprocal.
Of course.
Respect her. She will do the same thing to you.
Yes, sir. Somebody is sending you a very chilled Baba Dudu, sir.
So, see, marriage is just like that. I think just background and how everybody developed themselves.
Yeah.
And how everybody, maybe civilization or whatever, because where we came from, men as a being,
yeah,
we have this thing in us, regardless of maybe you are from Africa, maybe you are from America.
Yeah.
We have this thing in us to always be here, like, always be bossy in nature, and, but if you know marriage is what you want to do, then you have to come down to the fact.
Yeah.
That means I said, so I've swallowed a lot of things.
Hello? All right. Any other? See? And you people you down. You people are not good. Now, fine boy like me, like this. You guys went and liked it. Only 48 people liked it. Only 48. Now, I posted my wife now. I just posted my wife on right now. And over 315 likes already. Hello? Baba today? Just imagine what you guys did. You guys went and liked my wife's picture. You didn't like my own. Only 48. All right. Now that phone call is gone. I'm not sure why. What happened? Probably we're going to get a call back. The telephone number is there. 346-387-9891. That's the telephone number. Respect your wife and don't use unprintable words on her. Yes, ma'am. It's very, 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 very important. It's not about ETF4. It's not about somebody is using you. It's what we need to do as a man, that we are supposed to love our wives. Someone you love, that you care for, you want to help. Someone you love and you care for, you want to make her happy. Someone you love and you care for, you think about her welfare. So you don't want her to be the one doing this, doing that. She'll go to work. The society here, this society here is not built for one man. You need your wife to work 100% for bills to be paid. So if your wife is working and you are working, always put it at the back of your mind that my wife is working and I'm working too. Always remember how tired you get when you finish working 8 hours straight. And then when you now look at the ones that go to the hospital, nurses, they be on their feet all throughout the 8 hours. You see, when she come home, always know that she'll be tired. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, ma'am.
From Nigeria.
All right, God bless you.
From Nigeria.
Yes. From Nigeria. All right.
Yes. This is Tonya Joseph.
All right, God bless you, ma'am.
And it's really very inspiring. It teaches a lot.
Yeah.
And I believe this topic on men today is really an eye-opener. I hope a lot of men learn from what you said today. When I was married, I'm a widow now, I really enjoyed the partnership because he always helped me out. We were doing things together. There was nothing like, at times I'm in bed, he brings my coffee and gives me, he doesn't have to wait for me to do anything for him. Sure, you understand?
Yeah.
So, honestly, I hope a lot of men will learn from what you're saying. That's all I really have to say.
Thank you very much for sharing your own experience with us.
Yes, sir.
God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? If I'm crazy, if I'm actually talking nonsense, these people that are calling won't be calling and be saying the same thing. This is the ideal way to live. This is what we are, even God, this is what God is expecting you to do. This is the way He wants you to live your life. Help your wife. All right? When your wife will get back from work, she's tired also, just like you get tired. Don't just carry your car key and be hanging out with your friends all around the place. If she's doing the same thing, hanging out with her friends, who will take care of the house? Who will take care of the kids? Just carry your car key and you're gone. And you're hanging out with your friends. And that's not good enough. Let your friends wait. When you have the time, then you go. There you go. After, I said something sometimes ago. I said, when you're coming from work, it's not the time for you to go to Tunji's house. You need to first of all get to your own house first. Know how your family, how they're doing. The kids are good, wife is good. Hello? Hello?
Sure.
Yes, hello?
Sure. Right. So I'm calling back. I just wanted to tell you something quickly.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw this in the social media last week. So there was a story of a lady who said she and her husband got back from work.
Yeah.
I think her husband got back around 7 p.m.
Okay.
And she also got back about that time.
Yeah.
And the husband said he wanted to eat fish pepper soup.
Yeah.
And she said, at this time, don't worry, I'll make it for you tomorrow. So let me make something else for you today.
Yeah.
But the guy got angry and he picked up his phone, put it on speaker, made a call, put the phone on speaker, called the side chick, and told the side chick he wanted fish pepper soup. And that one said, no worries, let me run to the supermarket and get fish.
Yeah.
And I'll make it. You can start coming. And then he got up, got dressed, and drove out to go and meet that side chick. Do you understand?
I know.
Still based on what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
Both of you got back home in Lagos with traffic at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
But Lori you know that song, is it Yahoo's? I won't come only food some people came to eat in this life. That must be, if she cannot cook for me. If you know that both of you go home at the same time.
Why don't you go and buy the fish along when you are coming? You want to eat pepper soup, buy fish pepper soup on the way coming.
Or why didn't you tell her earlier in the day before you left the house so that on her way she could branch?
Yeah.
So buy it.
And maybe the side chick doesn't even have kids. Maybe the side chick doesn't even have kids. Maybe the side chick doesn't even have job.
I'm sure she does. You know they don't have jobs now.
Yeah, you are living off of men.
She's just putting down.
Why won't she go to the market to go and buy fish?
Yes.
When she knows that when you come and eat fish finish, she will collect 100,000 from you.
Of course.
Yeah, and your wife is not demanding for kobo. You know?
Yeah.
A lot of men don't get brain. They don't get brain at all. No brain for their head. They don't get understanding. No understanding. Me, if I know I want to eat fish pepper soup, I will stop by the fish market, get the fish, and get all the ingredients, everything. I will even cook it before my wife will come. And I will just say I made because I was craving for it, I cooked it. And if you want to eat it, there is one in the pot for you too. And stuff. That's the way to live life.
And I'm sure that the ones that even make issues over food, they're the ones that can't even boil water. If they
maybe he can't cook. Then he should stop by Ejide. Stop by Ejide on the way coming. Buy the ferro soup there and bring it home. What's the big deal?
You know, it makes, you know, like the man that called.
Yeah.
You know, when it's partnership, it makes things better. It makes things easier.
Yeah.
It makes life easier for everybody. You can reason. You can do things. You know, things will work out better. I mean, the struggles will still be there. They're part of life.
Yeah.
But you know, you will be able to, you know, work things out eventually.
Well,
I just thought I should. You
know, thank you for bringing that up, Jerry. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye. You see, it's very funny. You want a happy home, you need to work for it. As a man, you work for it. All right, you work for it. As a man, you're a leader. You work for it. You can't just have a happy home. It's something we work for. You see, marriage will be good if men can at least just do half of what women are doing. All right? Half of what women are doing. All right? And when we talk about women going to church, they go to church because of men. They go to church because of their marriage. They go to church because of their kids. Nobody's helping them to take care of their kids. Nobody, you know, the marriage is not well and they need God. They have to go to night vigil, go to prophet, go to all these people just looking for settlement. Just looking for settlement. So if we all can stand up and I understand that some men are too old right now to change. At least let us start training our boys. Let's train our boys. Let's train our boys to cook. Train our boys to understand that life is actually easy. And you're going to make it easy for yourself by working very hard. You know, let's teach them to cook. Let's teach them to respect others. Let's teach them to respect others. Don't be saying, oh, Benilasa, ordinary woman. Don't be saying that. You know, don't be saying, oh, Benilasa. Don't do that. They're powerful. They're becoming vice presidents. They're CEOs of companies. They're presidents of some other countries all over the world. They're not just Lasso. And then, you see, nowadays, life is changing. Life has changed. A lot of Nigerians don't know a lot of stuff. We're not exposed. Husband and wife thing right now doesn't matter anymore. Marriage doesn't matter anymore. If you think somebody's going to get lonely or going to get whatever, it doesn't matter anymore. There are a lot of things now that the society has introduced that won't make anything to be anything again. Telling you, anything again. It's nothing. Because then it don't derrube anybody, you know. I'm telling you. So if you want to live your life anyhow, you can live your life the way you want to live it. And then later down the road, you're going to face the consequence by yourself. So if you're ready for it, you can go ahead and live your life the way you want it. But if you feel like you want a happy home, you have to sacrifice for it. In Nigeria, even some women are joining to say Obìnrin lásán. I know. You know? I know. Some are doing that. That's terrible right there. So, women are very powerful. Women are very, very, very powerful. I'm telling you. Well, if you're not getting any more phone calls, I want to just quickly appreciate everybody. I think I blocked 4 people today. I blocked 4 men. I blocked 4 men today. I blocked 4 men on this network. 4. Mary. 4 men. Oh my God. So thank you very much. And my final submission is that please, women, train your boys. Let kitchen, all right, be a place where they love to go to. Let them be able to clean their own rooms, vacuum the floors, all right? Let them do that. As they are actually going to school to be doctor, pharmacist, lawyer, so also the girls are doing the same. The girls are studying the same thing. If the boy is saying, I want to provide, girls are studying to provide too. The girls are becoming, they are doctors, they are lawyers, all right? They're doctors and they're lawyers. The same thing. So the boys are only sticking to school, whereas the girls are doing school and they are learning to cook and learning to make the bed, learning to sweep the floor. Boys should be made to do the same. They should be made to do the same. Don't spare them. If you spare them, they will start living. When they grow up and they get married, they want to run their wife like slaves. Please don't. Please don't. Don't spare your boys. Don't spare your boys. You see what those men were saying, what they were saying on this show? That's enough to shock you. It's enough to shock you that their parents didn't train them well. And you need to start training your own children right now to see that part of life that people are missing. See that part of life that people are missing. I'm telling you, I saw them. They were saying Pastor Shola has become American. I didn't become American. No, I will never be an American in my life. But one thing is this: I will be the best man ever. Is to be the best person. Is to actually do right by everybody. It's by you not insulting your wife. It's by you not being abusive towards your wife. It's by you helping your wife, let her have peace. It's by you doing whatever it is just to give your children a better example of life. If your kids, if they should grow up in a home where there's always peace, they will look for peace too. And then they will be an agent of peace. And they will give whosoever they marry, they will give that person peace also. They give that person peace. All right? But if they grow up in a relationship where our father is beating their mom is beating the father, a day will come that they will just look up and down and say, I don't want to get married. If this is the way marriage looks like, I don't want to get married. I'm not getting married and stuff. And we have succeeded in ruining their lives. It's terrible. We need to wake up as mothers. Wake up. You see the comments that the men were putting? That's so sad. Sad. Very sad. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. And you see it. So this is the time for us to now know there's emergency. Care, to respect, submit, and for all our boys to learn how to clean, cook, take care of things.